Welcome back. Welcome back. It is me and Slim here. We are talking about the Knicks today. We're going through pretty much every damn team in the NBA, talking about their free agency, what their expectations are, all that kind of stuff. So if you're a Knicks fan, stay tuned throughout this video. Obviously, you probably are if you clicked on it. But the Knicks didn't make a ton of moves in the offseason. They made the one of signing Donte Divincenzo, getting almost all the Nova boys back on the same team. They just need Macau. But I like the signing. What do you think specifically on it?
I love it, bro. I'm a big fan of players who played together in college joining back up together because it gives a little bit more chemistry to the team, which is overall better for morale and just how they play and in regards to like the heart that they play with. And I think that adding DiVincenzo with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, I think that that's going to provide the Knicks a little bit more structure because they have that chemistry and all of them are dogs. The way that DiVincenzo played last year for the Golden State Warriors, he provided that. I would say like spark shooting can knock down the three ball very well when he's
Toughness
open,
for sure.
and then also great defense. I think that he's a good defender for his size, and I think that pairing him with his brothers is going to be big time for the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not a big trade like all Knicks fans want, where they want a Kevin Durant or whatever. Obviously, that's in the past, but like, it's not one of those big marquee guys that you were Knicks fans all want. But I think in progressing, that's a really really solid move. Um, you paid him a decent amount, but not overly insane amount of money. I think he definitely brings an extra added layer of toughness, kind of like how Josh Hart did when they got him at the trade deadline. I
100.
think it's stuff like that that's going to help the Knicks move the needle a little bit. But also, it just what you said, the chemistry of it all, and just kind of having the team more of a tight knit bond, I guess. Like
100.
having three guys as close as they are, I feel like that's infectious and it helps just one get the team to be closer as a whole. And every good team that's won are close. Like you see the Nuggets, they're all out at the summer league game together.
Yep.
The Cavs when they were really good, like I know watching all the videos, like all the guys were super close. Like Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye are still hanging out, like to this
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
They love LeBron, like all this stuff. Um, but I think that's something, if you're a Nick fan, that's something to be excited about.
100. And I think that adding DiVincenzo, not only in regards to like how much you were paying for Obi Toppin, I think that he's gonna provide more than what Obi Toppin was able to provide. No diss to Obi, but I think that DiVincenzo, like I said, in regards to like the chemistry with the team, I think that he's gonna fit perfectly alongside Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickly, Josh Hart, all those guys. And I think that they can do as well as they did this year, surprisingly, but also, maybe make some more moves before the deadline to solidify them as maybe.
Hold your horses. Are you seriously enjoying this fire content without liking, commenting, and subscribing? We're glad you're here at This or That NBA podcast. We want you to stick around. It's easiest to do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. It's free. It takes 1 second, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Maybe a 6 seed, 7 seed, something like that. Just where we saw them last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're the Knicks, you want to definitely be in the top four seeds this year, if that's possible. I don't know if it will be, just because the top four teams are really, really good. But I think if you want to really take the next step to win a championship, someone is going to have to play better than what they have done previously. And I think, or you have to have another role player step up and average like another 15. Like RJ Barrett has to be a 20 point per game guy or something.
100%.
Or DiVincenzo has to come in and average 15. Someone has to average more points if you want to be successful in the long term, and just having another option that you can go to that's solidified. I'm going to give you points. I'm going to help you with assists. I'm going to do something. There needs to be another guy that's like, okay, you're going to do this for us, and we know we're going to get it every night. And it's not just like a roller coaster like we've seen with RJ Barrett and kind of Julius Randle too. I know a lot of Knicks fans are up and down on him all the time, but everyone loves Brunson from what I've seen. But if you're just looking from the outside in, obviously neither of us are Knicks fans. What would you say is like your expectations for them this upcoming season? Like, how many wins? Give me a number. How far they get into the playoffs, because I feel like they're going to make the playoffs again. It's a pretty safe bet to me, but
maybe like 41, 42, around that mark. I think that they have what it takes to be over 500, especially if the chemistry with those three guys that we were talking about, becomes that infectious to Julius Randle. I feel like that's what he needs, is like the rest of his squad to, and that's sad to say, just because like he could lead their team in points, arguably, now that you have Jalen Brunson. But Julius Randle is one of those players.
I think he did lead them last year, but he wasn't the most impactful by any means.
Yeah.
Especially in the playoffs.
But with the addition of Jalen Brunson, he can give you 45 if he wants to, But I think Julius Randle, ideally, because he's the big man, is that level of scorer. And I think that in regards to what we saw against Miami, he didn't show up. He didn't have that heart. And I know that Jalen Brunson couldn't really just lead the team by himself, especially when Julius Randle, I would say, is the most aggressive personality on and off the court. But that's what they definitely needed going against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. So moving forward to this upcoming season, I think that you already have a strong core. Losing Obi Toppin, didn't really do, too much. Adding Divincenzo is going to provide spark shooting and a little bit more structure on defense, chemistry, morale to the team. And I think that they have what it takes to make it back to the playoffs. And then I think it comes down to, Julius Randle tapping into that potential or keeping consistent with that potential. And the same thing with RJ Barrett. I think RJ Barrett showed us last season that he could probably like average a double-double, or like 25 and 5, 25 and 7 or something like that. And I think they have all the pieces. They just need that. They just need that extra like click that would make everything mesh well together.
Yeah, like Obi definitely was really, really good for them in spurts. And you saw a lot of it when Randle was out toward the end of the year. Obi averaged 20 when he was out. If you're Pacers, if you're the Pacers, you're excited about it. But as a Knicks fan, I'm not as mad about it as some people may be. I think he played a similar role, not similar role, but same position as Julius Randle. So you're not going to get a ton of minutes. And Randle, yes, he can play the 5, but Thibodeau likes playing either Hartenstein or Robinson at all times, basically. So if you're going to have those two guys in an ongoing rotation in the centers, Randle's going to play 35 minutes a night. Is you're going to throw Obi in at the 3 to replace RJ Barrett? Like, yes, but at the same time, it doesn't work as well as if you put a Divincenzo in at the 3. And I think that's what's going to be the difference between the two teams. And I think having the versatility that Divincenzo has to be able to guard the 2 guard or even switch on to point guards or also guard someone a little bit bigger, but also be able to stretch the floor. Those are the guys you kind of want in this league. You want this switchable guards 1 through 4 if you're a wing player kind of guy. And I think that's what the Knicks have now. If they can figure out a rotation between, obviously, Brunson, RJ, Quickly, Hart, Divincenzo, Randle, Robinson, Hartenstein, I think that's your 8. I think if you can work with that, then you have a good shot of being really, really good team. Yeah. I just think there's too many talented teams ahead of them in the East for me. I would have said the Cavs last year, but honestly, I can't even speak on that because they kicked their ass. So I I can't say that they're worse than the Cavs. I can't say that they're better just because of my fandom. But I think if you're the Knicks, for me, my expectation would be you want to be in a top 5 seed. I think it'll be a similar season win-wise to last year. I just think if you end up playing in Miami an 8 seed in the second round again, you have to capitalize on that and make it to the conference finals. And then you only have to beat really one of the bigger powerhouses in the East.
100%.
But that's all contingent on them getting the 4 seed and getting lucky playing an 8 seed. But as it turns out, they were the team that represented the East. But
does Tibbs make it throughout the whole season?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
a
so.
Tibbs fan.
Neither am I. I'm not a big Tibbs guy either. But I think, one, if you're the Knicks, he's provided you 2 postseason runs in 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, which isn't the best. But now you finally got your point guard, your, I would say, best player in Brunson. People could argue Randle, but come playoff time, Brunson has proved that he's the best. So I'll grow with that for now.
100.
But then you have very solid role players in
Everybody
Quickly,
else.
Hart, yeah, like literally everyone else. You have great rebounding in Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson. And I think
100.
you have the team. It's good enough to do it. If they don't make the playoffs, he's gone, which would be a horrific step back, which I can't see happening. But if you get bounced badly in the first round, if you're like a 4 or 5 seed, I would assume he's probably gone. But I don't know. I think he's kind of figured it out, and the guys, he's been there for so long now, the guys are kind of used to that. And shaking it up, I don't know if is the best thing right now. I think if he was going to be fired, you would do it after the season before this past one because they were terrible. But you never know. Is there any moves that you would like to see them make? Like, do you think they need to trade a couple of those guys to get a solidified superstar? Like, I don't know if they somehow wanted to trade for Dame or Jalen Brown, like after he signs the extension, something like that. Like, do you want to see that, or do you think they should just keep it going?
I don't think they want to do that. I think that if anybody I would be willing to get rid of, it would be, first of all, let's talk about emptying out their bench. The reason why I don't like Tibbs is he doesn't give. I think that every roster, even all the way down to like 15 guys, I think that you got to have like breathing room in order for your players throughout the regular season to get accommodated, with the whole entire squad, so that by the time that playoff time comes around, you have opportunities to like really work with. And I know that Tibbs is only going to play 7 guys throughout 82. It's going to be 80 games this season. But starting with Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, they haven't had any landing spots yet. I would like
No,
to
Derrick
see
Rose is
those.
on Memphis.
What? Oh yeah. I forgot.
Fournier, they're looking to move though. I saw a couple different trade ideas.
Yeah. But like Fournier, I think that you could get a nice deal. Maybe I don't know. I like McBride. I don't know if you pay attention to McBride. He's a young cat guard, but
Yeah.
I could see RJ Barrett being on the move or Julius Randle. I wouldn't mind Pascal Siakam in New York if they could make it happen, but
That's
or
what a lot of
maybe
people
OG
say.
Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, any players from Toronto. I could see those types of players being in that fit, like a stretch wing kind of player, play great defense and also, provide a little bit more consistency with scoring. Like, so if RJ Barrett were to go, I see like Scotty Barnes, maybe OG Anunoby, some players like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Raptors would give up Scotty Barnes, but they definitely, like, there's been a lot of rumors between OG, Pascal. I think either of them on the Knicks definitely makes them a better team. Obviously, depends on what they give up. But if you put Pascal Siakam at the 3, that's a big lineup, a lot of switchable defense, a lot of rebounding. You're getting playmaking from the 3 spot because Pascal's a good passer. I think that could be interesting. I don't know if it would actually happen because you'd probably give up the guy that got injured. I'm going to forget his name. It's really going to annoy me. Who got hurt in the Cavs series? He's their 2 guard. He started. All right, Knicks fans, if you're watching this, you'll know who I'm talking about.
For the Cavs?
No, for the Knicks, but in the Cavs series. You would give up him, R.J. Barrett, probably 2 first-round picks, and Fournier would be my guess. I don't know how the salary would all work out, but it would be something like that, and I think that would be really, really good if you're the Knicks, and if you can get Pascal for that, I would definitely do it. OG, I like it, but there's rumors that OG wants the ball in his hands more and wants to be like more of the main ball handler. So like you're not going to get that with Brunson. You're not going to get that with Randle. So
You're not going to get that with Tibbs.
Yeah. It's a lot of ISO ball. So, and that's what the Raptors did a lot of. So I think that system would like Pascal on the Raptor or on the Knicks would be really, really interesting. But that's just one idea.
Or maybe even Gary Trent.
Yeah, Gary Trent. But I think he just re-signed with them, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he?
But, yeah, that's all we got for this video. If you guys have any other suggestions you want us to talk about, possible trades, anything like that, leave them down in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you. We appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.